favorite feedings that we do here at the aquarium. Who is ready to watch animals eat? Wonderful, you're in the right place. I'm going to be down here with all of you. I just checked in upstairs, and they are preparing food for several different animals in this exhibit. Today you're going to be seeing a couple of different feedings. We're going to feed the slow swimmers. Can you see a slow swimmer in there? What's a slow swimmer? Yeah! Where'd it go? So like is there a sea turtle back there? Oh, sunfish, right. Okay, so sunfish, also called a mollusk, that's a slow swimmer. We're going to be targeting that one. Has anyone seen a turtle in here yet? The turtles and the slow swimmers are going to be feeding them. And then we're going to be feeding the giant school of fish. Has anyone seen the giant school of fish? Yeah, where are they? All down there toward the bottom. Yeah, and it's a huge school. When we put it in, we estimated it to be around 19,000 individual sardines. Maybe a few anchovies tucked in there too. So we're also going to be target feeding them. It's a broadcast feed. They're going to come up and give you quite the show. So what we're going to do is start out with those slow swimmers to target them. Now, Lindsay and Bruce are upstairs, and they're the ones who are going to target the slow swimmers. They can't see us, but they can hear us. So would everyone say, hey, Lindsay and Bruce? Hey, Lindsay and Bruce. Very nice. We're ready for you if you're ready up there. Go ahead, start targeting the turtles. And that's going to be happening on the right-hand side of the window. So if you can see the sea turtles have caught on, they will be going over there. Now next is Michael. Everyone say, hey, Michael! Very good. Michael is in the middle of the exhibit, and he's going to target that sunfish. So you look down to the middle, you'll see a target coming down right now. Here, you see that sort of T right there? Okay, that's the target for the sunfish. And so look at let's see if we'll find the sunfish head over toward its target. Once the slow swimmers are in place, that's when we then take the opportunity to get the school to come up and feed from up above. So notice that target's in place. So we're looking for that sunfish. Once it figures out its target, it'll head right over there. Now, the other group that you're looking at are all the fish that are in the middle. And what kind of fish are those big ones? Is it coming? There you go. Look at it move for her. Who knew that fish could move so fast? Looks like someone forgot the back half of that fish. So interesting. All right, there we go. So now the turtles are targeted. The sunfish is targeted, and now we're going to try and lure that school up to the broadcast feeding up above. So as I look up, what we're going to see is a little bit of food coming from up above. Now notice, though, that these schooling fish have to move through those gigantic tuna in order to get up above. And guess what tuna eat? Sardines, yes. Now the good thing about our exhibit is that we feed everything so well. Everything's so well fed that we don't have a lot of predation within the exhibit. That would get to be very expensive. But we wanted to show you the open sea habitat as it really is, with predator and with prey, with all of the different animals you would see out there. So it definitely becomes a thing to have to do. All right, let's see. I think I've seen a little bit of food getting tossed in over there on the right. But it will take a bit to get those sardines to come up. The other thing is, oh, here they go. Yeah, now I'm trying to get a little group of them. And so the brave ones have come up. They've sort of separated. There's a couple of different schools here now that have separated out. Incredible and just amazing. They are still in their school, so you'll notice how they're kind of moving together, but this is probably the most vulnerable time for a sardine is when it's feeding and there's a bit of chaos going on. The goal of schooling is really to make yourself look and move like one large organism. That way it becomes very hard for a predator to pick out any one sardine. So it's all about safety in numbers. You want to look at it just like the dude beside you, and that makes you a lot safer. Now, how do they do it is pretty incredible. Basically, the little fish, have this sensory ability along the sides of their body, along the lines of their body. They have this lateral sensation. They're able to detect the small movements of the buddy beside them, and then they move together sort of in sync. Is there one particular leader? Well, no, not really. They're all sort of acting collectively as a group. And they're avoiding, notice that mahi-mahi that's sort of just kind of cruising through, checking out what the deal is, but notice how quickly they move out of the way. It's also interesting to note, look at this, how we've got these sardines, but you see that mahi just move through casually. See how all the tuna, they're not too excited, they're doing their own thing. They all got fed yesterday, so they really are not interested in doing all the work it takes to hunt down another fish. They want to conserve their energy, and you see that they're doing that quite well. So that is one of the reasons that we can show you different animals within a habitat. Even the sharks. Has anyone seen a shark in this exhibit? Yeah, did you see those hammerheads? And some of you might have thought those hammerheads would be in the middle of all of this and eating everything in sight. And yet they aren't. And that's because they are also well fed.